So we know we have global warming, and we know that global warming is causing forest fires and major storms. Global warming isn't a good thing. The less we have of global warming, the better. The more space in our landfills, the better. The less methane gas we're producing, the better. Simple solution, just compost.
Composting is nature's way of recycling. It biodegrades organic waste such as food waste, manure, leaves, grass trimmings, paper, wood, feathers, crop residue, and more, and turns it into a valuable organic fertilizer.
Composting is a natural biological process carried out under controlled aerobic conditions, which means it requires oxygen.
In this process, various microorganisms, including bacteria and fungi, break down the organic matter into simpler substances. When plants grow, they absorb carbon dioxide from the air around them, and when we compost the organic waste left over from these plants and foods, they release the leftover carbon dioxide back into the atmosphere. However, this is the same carbon dioxide the plant had already absorbed while it was growing, therefore it has no effect on the atmosphere.
Composting is fairly simple yet greatly effective, so why wouldn't you compost? There are many reasons as to why you should compost. Composting reduces carbon dioxide emissions from vehicles used to transport waste, so why wouldn't you compost?
Composting creates a valuable soil enhancer that replenishes depleted soils, protects against erosion, replaces synthetic fertilizers, and helps retain our water. So why wouldn't you compost?
Composting can reduce the impact of chemical fertilizers that run off into our rivers, lakes, and streams. So why wouldn't you compost?
When organics are put in landfills, they break down anaerobically, which means without oxygen, causing them to produce methane, a greenhouse gas 21 times more harmful than carbon dioxide. Methane gas is 70 times more effective at trapping radiant heat than carbon dioxide, contributing greatly to global warming. So why wouldn't you compost?
1 ton of food waste in a landfill generates 227 kilograms of methane in just the first 120 days.
Plus, buried organics can react with metals in the landfill to produce a toxic leachate, which is a source of groundwater pollution.
67% of all methane generated in Metro Vancouver comes from landfills. Therefore, diverting organics from the landfills will reduce methane emissions.
All in all, composting our organic waste can protect our communities, air, water, and soil. So, why wouldn't you compost?
You can make a difference by participating in composting. If all of the Tri-Cities alone contributed to composting, it can make a huge difference.
In 2011, 61% of Canadian households had participated in some form of composting, but we believe that we can do better, especially by starting here, in the Tri-Cities. Compost your organic waste, such as kitchen scraps, coffee grounds, and tea leaves, plant trimmings from your garden, grass clippings, large leafy weeds, and pet manure. Put them in your green bins and out on your curb on your designated compost pickup days. It's that easy. Or if you want to use your organic waste as your own fertilizer, then you can participate in backyard compost.
And if your building doesn't have a green bin program in place, you can ask your landlord or property manager to set up a food scraps composting in your building.
Or you can contact the Recycling Council of BC instead at 604 Recycle. To learn more about composting, you can visit rcbc.ca. By composting, the generation of greenhouse gases, particularly methane, is avoided, slowing down global warming, preserving our beautiful community for the future. So, why wouldn't you compost?